In the latest dramatic twists of The Bold and the Beautiful, a storm brews over the Spencer family as secrets, lies, and revelations take center stage, leaving everyone involved grappling with questions of love, loyalty, and family. Will's sudden disappearance ignites chaos, setting off a chain of events that will alter the Spencer family dynamic forever. His unexpected vanishing comes at a time when the family is already on edge.
The story begins when Bill
it's
discovers a
revealed that
horrifying
Luna,
truth.
a woman Bill Spencer has had a complex relationship with, is carrying his child. Everything changes. The moment Bill finds out that Luna is pregnant with his child, he is struck with a mix of disbelief and a sense of responsibility. The news of impending fatherhood is difficult to digest, especially as Bill's life has been defined by power, control, and his complex relationships with Katie and his children. But what happens next takes him and his family to unexpected emotional extremes. The revelation leaves both Bill and Katie reeling, with Katie feeling utterly betrayed, not only by Bill but also by the situation that has spiraled out of control. Katie cannot fathom how Bill could allow this to happen, especially considering their already complicated history. Katie, protective of her family and her son, faces an emotional battle as she demands that Bill take action. In her eyes, the pregnancy is a problem that needs to be solved, and the solution she proposes is drastic. Katie insists that Bill force Luna to terminate the pregnancy.
The Bold and the Beautiful
She
spoilers
argues that
reveal
Bill's
that
responsibility
Thursday,
as a father should lie with his current family, with Katie and their son, and that the child Luna is carrying should not be brought into the picture. Katie believes that Bill needs to make a choice, his past with Luna or his future with her and their son. Katie's anger and desperation intensify as she confronts Bill with her demand, unable to see a way forward unless the pregnancy is terminated. Bill, however, is unwavering. For him, the child Luna is carrying represents a new chapter, a continuation of the Spencer legacy. He refuses to entertain the idea of abortion, believing that this child, like all Spencer descendants, deserves a place in the family. Bill's insistence on keeping the child complicates the situation. It's not just about his future with Katie, it's about legacy, bloodlines, and what it means to be a Spencer. His decision to stand firm only deepens the rift between him and Katie, and his actions threaten to fracture the Spencer family even more than they already have. Katie, feeling betrayed by Bill's decision, grows suspicious. She cannot understand why Bill is so determined to keep this baby, and the more she thinks about it, the more she suspects that there is something more going on. Could there be a larger conspiracy at play behind Bill's decision to keep the child? She wonders whether Bill has been manipulated or if Luna herself has some hidden agenda. Katie's suspicions grow, and she becomes more determined than ever to uncover the truth. What she doesn't know is that the situation is even more complicated than she could have imagined. As Luna's pregnancy progresses, the tension in the Spencer family continues to rise. Then, in a shocking turn of events, Luna gives birth to a healthy baby, but the joy of the birth is quickly overshadowed by an unexpected twist. Luna is arrested and taken into custody. The circumstances surrounding her arrest are murky, but it's clear that she is being accused of something serious, something that will affect the future of her child and the Spencer family. Katie, unable to accept Luna's arrest, begins to dig deeper into the situation, convinced that there is more to the story than what is being told. She refuses to let Luna face consequences without understanding the full scope of what has happened. Katie's refusal to accept the situation highlights the desperation she feels, not just to protect her family, but also to find out the truth about why Bill is so determined to keep the baby. Could Luna's arrest be part of a larger scheme? Could someone be using the situation to manipulate Bill for their own gain? As the investigation into Luna's arrest unfolds, Katie's suspicions grow. She begins to question everyone involved, including Bill and the people closest to him. Could Luna be a pawn in a much larger game? And why does Bill seem so committed to supporting Luna despite everything that has happened? Katie's mind races as she tries to piece together the truth, but the more she uncovers, the more convoluted the situation becomes. Bill, on the other hand, is caught between his desire to protect the child he shares with Luna and his growing suspicion that there is something more to Luna's involvement in the scandal. He can't shake the feeling that Luna's arrest may be connected to something far larger than just her personal actions. As Bill grapples with his emotions and the pressure from Katie, he realizes that he may have underestimated the depth of the conspiracy surrounding Luna and her pregnancy. The plot thickens further when it is revealed that Will's sudden disappearance is linked to Luna's arrest. The two events are not coincidental, and the more Bill and Katie dig into the circumstances surrounding both, the more they realize that they are connected in ways they never expected. Will's disappearance may have been part of a larger plan to manipulate Bill into making certain choices that have far-reaching implications for the Spencer family. The mystery surrounding Will's disappearance only adds to the tension between Bill and Katie, as they struggle to understand what has really been going on behind the scenes. As the story unfolds, the Spencer family is left grappling with a series of shocking revelations. The mystery of Will's disappearance and Luna's arrest becomes intertwined with larger family secrets, and Bill is forced to confront the consequences of his actions. But as more information comes to light, it becomes clear that the answers they seek may be more complicated than they could have ever imagined. The drama surrounding Bill, Katie, and Luna reaches a fever pitch as family secrets unravel, and the stakes become higher than ever. The Spencer family is divided, and the future of their legacy hangs in the balance. With Luna's fate uncertain, Bill's relationship with Katie on the rocks, and Will's disappearance still shrouded in mystery, the drama is far from over. The twists and turns of this saga promise to keep audiences on the edge of their seats, as the Spencer family is forced to confront the consequences of their past choices and the secrets that continue to haunt them. In the end, the fate of Luna, Bill, and the entire Spencer family remains uncertain, with the truth yet to be fully uncovered. Will Bill stand by Luna and the child she carries, or will Katie's insistence on protecting her own family tear them apart? Will the mystery of Will's disappearance ever be solved? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the drama, the lies, and the twists will keep coming in the bold and the beautiful, and the Spencer family will never be the same again. The Spencer family is once again thrust into a whirlwind of turmoil, with Katie at the center of a heart-wrenching dilemma. The pain and betrayal she feels over Bill's involvement with Luna and the impending child she carries have pushed her to the brink. But Katie isn't just wrestling with her emotions. She is now forced to make an agonizing decision that will impact her future, her family, and the very fabric of her identity. For weeks, Katie has been consumed by an overwhelming mix of anger, hurt, and disbelief. Bill, the man she once loved and believed she could trust, has not only fathered a child with another woman, but this child is now a looming presence in her life that she cannot ignore. The pregnancy, the result of a complex and painful series of events, represents something she feels she cannot share with Bill. It represents Luna, a woman she has never trusted and now finds herself loathing. The woman who betrayed her, who had an affair with her husband, is now carrying a piece of Bill that Katie feels she cannot accept. To Katie, this child is an outsider, a living, breathing reminder of Bill's infidelity and the fracture in their relationship. Yet, despite her deep resentment, Katie still feels a profound sense of love for Bill. She is tied to him by years of shared history, a history that cannot simply be erased because of one mistake, no matter how damaging it may be. Her love for him complicates everything. Katie doesn't want to lose Bill, but she also cannot reconcile his actions with the man she thought she knew. She is torn between standing by him in the face of the child he now wants to protect and the overwhelming sense of betrayal she feels. Katie's heart is shattered, and the pieces refuse to fit together. She knows that standing by Bill means accepting this child, this future she is not ready to face. Katie knows that Luna, the woman carrying Bill's child, is a threat. She feels it deep within her bones. Luna is a threat to the life she had with Bill, a threat to the future she envisioned with him and their son. The child Luna carries could tear apart everything she's worked for, everything she's hoped for. Katie cannot bring herself to accept that Luna could be part of their family, that she could somehow coexist in their lives. The mere thought of Luna in her life, permanently tied to Bill through the child she carries, fills Katie with disgust and rage. As the days pass, Katie finds herself alone in her thoughts, wrestling with the decision that could alter the course of her life. She cannot forgive Luna for what she has done, for tearing apart her family, for the betrayal that runs so deep she feels it in every corner of her existence. And yet, Bill is resolute. He wants to protect this child. He wants to give this child a place in the Spencer family, and his determination to do so only drives Katie further away. She cannot share him with Luna. She will not. And then, in a moment of desperation, Katie makes a choice that will haunt her for the rest of her life. The decision feels like the only way out. The only way to reclaim her family, to protect what she believes is hers. Katie, in a fit of broken-hearted rage, finds herself confronting Luna once again. She sees the woman who is carrying Bill's child, and a dark thought creeps into her mind. Luna's presence is an obstacle, a reminder of everything Katie has lost and everything she stands to lose. In a moment of weakness, Katie makes a calculated, irreversible decision. She pours a substance into a glass of milk, knowing that Luna will drink it. Katie watches as Luna consumes it, unaware of the dark fate that awaits her. The consequences of Katie's actions are immediate and devastating. Luna, after drinking the tainted milk, suffers a miscarriage. The tragic loss is felt deeply throughout the family, but the ramifications go far beyond the simple tragedy of the child lost. Katie's decision, one born of pain and fear, sets in motion a series of events that will forever change her and everyone around her. The gravity of what she has done hits her like a tidal wave. In her desperate attempt to preserve her family, she has crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. The baby is gone, and with it, the fragile future Bill had hoped for. Katie is left grappling with the aftermath of her actions, torn between guilt and a sense of vindication. She cannot escape the weight of what she has done. The loss of the child may have spared her the future she feared, but it has also shattered the last remnants of trust and love she had for Bill. Bill, for his part, is devastated by the loss of the child. He has always believed in family and legacy, and in the importance of continuing the Spencer name. Losing the child, especially under such mysterious and tragic circumstances, leaves Bill angry and broken. He doesn't understand what has happened, but he knows one thing for certain: Simeon has wronged Luna, and someone has taken away the child he wanted to raise as his own. Katie tries to explain her actions, but Bill cannot hear her. His world has been upended, and his pain is too great for him to understand the twisted logic that led Katie to her decision. Katie tries to justify what she's done, telling herself that she was protecting her family, but she cannot deny the truth: she ended a life to preserve her own peace. And that peace has come at a steep cost. As Luna grieves the loss of her child, her anger grows. She knows that someone has taken her baby from her, and she is determined to find out who is responsible. The mystery of the miscarriage adds to the growing tension between Katie and Bill. Katie's guilt is suffocating, and yet she cannot bring herself to confess what she has done. She continues to live in the shadow of her decision, knowing that she has betrayed her own moral compass in the name of protecting her family. But the price of that protection is steep, and Katie will soon learn that there are far-reaching consequences to crossing a line like this. Luna, now without her child, becomes a force to be reckoned with. Her pain fuels her desire for revenge, and she is determined to expose the truth behind the miscarriage. But the more she digs, the more she realizes the depth of the deception that surrounds her. Katie's secret is not one that can be hidden forever, and Luna is willing to go to any lengths to make sure that justice is served. In the end, the fallout from Katie's decision will be catastrophic. The Spencer family will never be the same again, and the fractures caused by Katie's actions will leave scars that may never fully heal. The child that was meant to be the future of the Spencer family is gone, and with it, the hope for a brighter tomorrow. What will Bill do when he learns the truth? What will Katie do when the consequences of her choices finally catch up with her? The answers lie in the heart of this explosive, tragic tale, one where love, betrayal, and a thirst for justice collide in a story that no one can predict. The Spencer family will never be the same again, and the ripple effects of Katie's decision will echo through the halls of their lives forever.